We're here at New York Hard Assets, and with me I have Lorry Hughes, the CEO of South Boulder Mines. Welcome, Lorry.
Thanks, Tim. Pleasure to be here.
Now, can you give us a rundown on first your company and just quickly what that does?
Okay, we're South Boulder Mines. We've got a major potash project in Eritrea, so we're looking to bring that in production in 2015. We're firmly focused on that potash mine. In addition, we also have a nickel and gold project which we will carve off and form a new company that can be funded and explore and discover gold and nickel deposits.
Now, why Eritrea? I mean, a lot of people probably don't even know where Eritrea is. So where is Eritrea and what's the reasoning behind developing an asset there?
Well, Eritrea is in East Africa. We're there because the potash is there, and it's the world's shallowest and most capital effective potash deposit in the world. So this is why we can bring this into production. The total project cost is $740 million. It's highly attractive throughout the whole industry. So a very highly sought after project.
Okay, so there's quite a few companies developing potash resources. So we've got Canadians, we've got Germans, in South America. What differentiates the Eritrean project?
Well, it's two key things. It's that depth of mineralisation starting at 16 metres against an industry which is predominantly underground, so 250 metres and deeper. The other thing is a key infrastructure location on the edge of a major shipping route. 80 to 90 ships a day go through the Suez Canal straight past Eritrea. We're targeting Asia as the key market for the development of this project. There's a lot of interest. We're talking to key strategic investors that will help us be involved, such as the ones you'd expect in Asia, particularly China, India, Malaysia, Indonesia. Not only those guys, but also key strategic investors from the Middle Eastern region. We're on the doorstep of the Middle East.
Yeah, it's a very interesting place, and also I understand that the Eritrean government's very interested in the project as well.
Yes, they are. They have indicated to us that they want to participate to their fullest entitlement, and right now we're in negotiation with the government over a 30% participation interest.
30%, that's terrific. And that's cash flow, that's free cash into the company?
That will be. So we're in negotiation now to determine the exact structure of that deal. But we're very buoyed, and the government is very supportive of our activities going forward.
So what's in the immediate, what's the immediate activities for the company as you're developing a resource now?
The immediate activities is the definitive feasibility study. We've got a lot of work going on ground, so that is going to generate a lot of news. We're defining our resources, we're defining our mining plans and processing plans, so that'll be happening over the next 12 months. In addition to that, we have our strategic investment. We're working with the market, the potash market, on the buy side and the sell side, to look for the right strategic investors to join us. So that could happen in the next 12 months as well. And like I mentioned before, the in-specie distribution of the nickel and gold company out of South Boulder, which makes South Boulder Mines, the potash company, more attractive for strategic investors.
So shareholders can actually have a credit in copper and your other assets,
Nickel
and gold assets,
predominantly, but there is
as
copper
well
there
as
too.
participating in the potash project. So speaking of investors, what's the immediate value for investors jumping in? Is it a good time to get into South Boulder as a company, or should they be waiting to, say, a feasibility study is completed? It seems to me very good value right now.
Oh, it's screamingly good value, I believe. The markets in general are running away from any risk, perceived or otherwise, and the valuations across the board are well down on what I believe they should be.
And as a potash producer, I understand that a lot of the other potash producers, if the price drops further, they become uneconomic to run, whereas you still have such a large margin because it's easily accessible potash, and you've got a very large resource as well. Is that correct?
Yes, our capex is a key standout, our low capex and our low sustaining capex going forward. That will hold us in good stead to weather any foreseeable price fluctuations. We see the fundamentals for potash as being outstanding. People talk about the slowdown in growth of China, for instance, in the GDP of the nation slowing down which means less consumption of things like iron ore, copper. One thing they're not going to stop doing in that region of the world is eating, and that's where agricultural products come to the fore. It's all about changing diets, more sophisticated farming methods where you apply more potash. So we feel we're in a very good space.
And so what's the medium term, say the 3 to 5 year plan for the company? So where are we taking investors and where are we taking the company over the next 3 to 5?
We're taking investors to production. That's at least one mine, which is a world-class potash mine, and it could even be another mine with our nickel deposit in Western Australia.
Sounds like a very good value. Well, thank you very much, Lorry, for coming along.
Thank you. Thanks, Tim.